So it's been about 8 years since the Knicks made the playoffs. The fan base has been on a roller coaster ride of emotions for almost a decade, and now finally, things have turned around. So without further ado, here's 5 reasons the Knicks finally managed to reach the playoffs. Be sure to stick around till the end of the video because the 5th reason might just be the most important, and you don't want to miss it. The Knicks were widely considered as one of the worst teams in the league just a season ago. Defensively, they were awful, near the bottom of the league in every statistical category. But this season, with the signing of new head coach Tom Thibodeau and young players developing, the Knicks have a new culture that thrives in high-intensity games. Their defense is the main reason they have been so successful in comparison to previous years, and ending the year as the 4 seed in the Eastern Conference is a testament to this. When looking at some of the most popular defensive stats, the Knicks are near the top of the league in almost every category because the entire team is motivated. It's not just 1 or 2 guys playing lockdown D on the other team's best player. It's every man on the floor out hustling their opponents. The Knicks are one of the best teams at defending the pick and roll due to how often they switch. Usually, whoever is on the ball will guard their man well above the 3-point line and stay with him for as long as they can. Then the rest of the team adjusts and is ready to close out immediately on any player. However, maybe the most important part is the big men. The paint is covered by Mitchell Robinson's insane reach, but he is positioned in a way where he could jump out to the perimeter if he needs to, or intercept a lob pass that went over everyone's head. New York makes it extremely difficult for the opponent to get easy looks. Every shot is contested, every pass is covered, and every possession is grinded out on the defensive end. This new look Knicks team has focused defensive goals every night to out-hustle and outwork the other team. But that's enough about their defense for now. Let's move on to the second reason New York has been so successful this season, Julius Randle. Prior to this season, Randle was considered a high-energy, physical player who was an okay perimeter shooter, but never really fine-tuned his skills. Now, he's turned himself into the go-to scorer for the Knicks. Offensively, New York is nowhere near where they are defensively. However, Randle's uptick in playmaking and a more controlled, aggressive style of play than previous seasons has pushed the Knicks closer to the middle of the league in offensive stats. They rank dead last in pace, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. A big reason for this is due to Randle slowing the game down when he gets the ball, which happens a lot considering he takes the most shots a game with almost 19. Julius's success has been in large part due to his 3-point shooting. Taking over 5 threes a game and hitting them at 41% causes opponents to defend him closer than previous seasons. In the past, teams would be happy with Randle shooting from deep because outside of this year, his best shooting season was 2 years ago, where he shot only 34% from beyond the arc. Julius put in work in the offseason and it has absolutely shown, with this being his first All-Star season, his first time leading a team to the playoffs, and his first time being a consistent scorer from everywhere on the court. But before we get into number 3, if you've seen me in your recommended before, that's a sign from the YouTube algorithm telling you to subscribe, because I post NBA videos like this all the time. So, compared to last season's team, the Knicks didn't really make any major moves in free agency, rather they picked up a few pieces to fill some holes. Most notably, they drafted Obi Toppin with the 8th pick, Immanuel Quickley with the 25th, signed Nerlens Noel, Elfrid Payton, Alec Burks, and picked up D Rose mid-season. New York managed to add actual depth to the team, something they lacked in previous years as their bench typically consisted of young, underdeveloped players. But with all these new additions, the Knicks have created a constant rotation of players that are hungry to succeed. Personally, my favorite additions are D Rose because he adds extra scoring and shot creation that this team really needs, and Quickley because he might just have more potential than Toppin. But don't click off the video just yet, because now we'll get into the 4th reason the Knicks managed to reach the playoffs, and that is coaching. In the past 8 years, New York has had 7 head coaches. I'm sure all Knicks fans can remember just a year or two ago that Fizdale seemed to have absolutely no direction with the team. But now, Tom Thibodeau has taken over and brought his ideals to the Knicks. As a man who's been known to maybe overwork his players at times, that hasn't necessarily happened here. Instead, the team has adopted Thibs' mentality, causing them to push each other to work harder in practice. Coach Thibodeau has made it the #1 priority for his players to be completely engaged on the defensive end. Like I said earlier, this is the main reason the Knicks are so much better than what they were in the past. Thibs has instilled the basic fundamentals of defense into the team, and the difference in effort is obvious when compared to previous seasons. Offensively, they still have some room to grow, but considering the core of the team is young and they have one of the lowest payrolls in the NBA, I can't imagine anything really holding them back from improving at this point. And that brings me to my final reason. But before we get there, if you're enjoying the video, consider liking and subscribing. Moving on to the last point I want to make in this video, we have team chemistry. This isn't something that can be measured by stats. You can't put a number on it, and you can't have a definitive answer unless you're a part of the team, which obviously I am not. But from an outside perspective, as a fan of the NBA in general, if you were to watch the Knicks, they just look like they are having a better time than everyone else. It reminds me of the D'Lo Nets team from a few seasons ago, where they weren't the best team, but everyone was on the same page and everyone was having a great time playing basketball. I think a big reason as to why the Knicks have better chemistry than past seasons is because they have a new head coach that has given the players a clear direction, a new influx of players with positive mindsets such as D Rose and the 2 rookies, and the fact that they are actually winning games this season. So when you think about why a team might be performing better than they should, or maybe performing worse than they should, it's not just the stats that tell the story. Sometimes you need to take a look at the bigger picture and realize NBA players are people too, and most people want to be happy. If you made it to the end of the video, you must have liked something about it, so why not just subscribe? It's free and you could always change your mind. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you like these type of videos, I post about 3 times a week, so you'll have plenty of content to keep you entertained. That's gonna be it for me, so I will hopefully see you guys in the next one.